Hello, hello, hello! It's been a while. How have you been? You are looking great. Today, we're going to be talking about 7 easy hacks that you can integrate that will make you a better video editor. Make sure to edit to the beat of the music. Seems simple, right? But actually, not every editor does this, and it's very jarring when you don't do this. Now, this will depend on the type of video you're doing. Typically, you would want to integrate this technique into highlight reels, or if it's just B-roll in music, that's when it's the most noticeable. When I get my music track, I like to take a listen to it, maybe clap to the beat of the music, and see where those cuts should go. If it helps you, maybe add markers to the places you want to cut. You can do that by hitting M on your keyboard in Premiere Pro. Cutting to the beat of the music will dramatically improve your edit, and your clients will definitely notice. Also, I'm just gonna slip this in. Choosing the right music track is so important as well, so make sure you take the time to go through those music sites and pick the right one for your video. Now, we all know that editing isn't all fun and games. It can get tedious, it can get time consuming, and one of the things that takes the most time is kind of going through all the footage and choosing the best takes. Now, this is such an important step, folks, and you really don't want to rush it because finding the best takes will make your video great. If you've got a person speaking on camera, make sure to look through all the takes and go with the best one because you want to make them sound good on camera. I find that their best takes are usually towards the end because they've had the time to kind of practice it over and over again. And then when it comes to B-roll, I have a little bit of a system that I like to use. I go through all the B-roll clips and then I make a separate timeline for them. So I'll add all the shots I like to one B-roll timeline. And then once I've done that, I kind of stack my B-roll timeline on top of my edit timeline so that I can see both timelines at the same time and then just drag and drop the B-roll that I like. I know that it's time consuming to go through all that footage, but that is your job as the editor. You have to find the best takes of everything. When you have the best takes of everything, it'll make your edit truly great. Another way to easily improve your edit is to animate your text in lower thirds. Now, you don't have to be an expert motion graphics artist to do this. There is this awesome free plugin by Mr. Horse called Animation Composer. Download it, folks. It is amazing. And this is not a sponsored thing. I just love it, and I'm telling you because it is great. It's a free plugin that you can add in After Effects, and with just the click of a button, you can easily add animations to your text. I will leave the link to that plugin in the description below. Make sure to check it out. Once you've created your animations, go ahead and export it in After Effects and then bring it back into Premiere Pro. This will instantly elevate your edit and make you look a lot more professional. Another easy way to make your edit better is to communicate with your client. Have a quick call with them and find out what they're looking for. Everyone has a different idea of what looks good. Something that you think is great, the client might not like. And that's okay, but it's important to find out beforehand so you're not wasting any time. Some questions that you might want to ask is the video fast-paced, slow-paced, interview heavy? Is it just B-roll and music? Is there a certain music track that they're looking for? Or are there any reference videos that they like that they can send you? Having this conversation will better align you and the client and will ultimately make the video better. My next tip, add a little dazzle. Sometimes a perfectly timed transition and sound effect will make your edit better. I like to start my videos off with a nice establishing shot and then a nice zoom transition with a whoosh. And I find that it kind of brings the viewers into the video. I'm gonna hand this off to Tutorial Kes, who's gonna show you exactly how to do that. But if you wanna skip on to the next tip, go ahead and go to this time code below. Hey y'all, Tutorial Kes here. I'm gonna show you how to create a quick zoom transition in Premiere Pro. So we have 2 clips on the timeline here. I wanna add a zoom in transition in between like this. So we're gonna start off by going to the project panel, right-clicking, new item, adjustment layer. And then we're gonna drag that onto the timeline here. Now we want it to be 6 frames on each side. So I'll use my arrow key to go to the left 6 frames from the cut. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll make a cut and delete this first part. And then I'll go to the middle again and then move 6 frames to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. And And then in the middle of your adjustment layer, just make a cut here. We're gonna go into effects and we're gonna search up transform. I'm gonna highlight the adjustment layers and then double click transform to apply the effect. Starting with the first side of the adjustment layer, we're gonna move to the beginning and then we're going to adjust some of these settings here. I'm going to uncheck use composition shutter and set the shutter angle to 360. This will add a bit of a blurred effect. We're gonna start the scale at 100 and then we're gonna move all the way to the end. Click that first layer here and then we're going to set the scale to 175. So you see that first part zooms in, perfect. Let's move on to the second adjustment layer. Again, we wanna uncheck use composition shutter speed and set the shutter angle to 360. And then we're gonna start our first scale keyframe at 175, move to the end here, and then set it to 100. And now what it'll get you to do is download the swoosh sound effect, which you can find in the description below. I have that right in my project file here, and I'm gonna drag this on. And then you wanna time it so it aligns with the transition. And there you go, now you know how to do a nice zoom in transition in Premiere Pro. The next tip I have is to never stop learning. The fact that you clicked on this video shows me that you want to improve yourself and that you want to become better. And that is the trick to being the best. Even though I've been running my company for 5+ years, I am constantly watching tutorials. I follow a lot of Adobe channels and I'm always learning new stuff. Use the internet to your advantage. We have an abundance of knowledge that we have easy access to, so don't forget to use it. I will leave some of my favorite channels in the description below, so make sure to check that out. But don't forget that I also make Premiere Pro, After Effects, and Photoshop tutorials, so be sure to check those out as well. If you want to keep improving, never stop learning. Don't forget to do one last double check before sending off that edit. I know that after finishing that edit, you're tired, you just want to send it off, close down that laptop, take a nap, but I urge you to please double check that edit before you send it off. It could possibly be a Premiere Pro error or just a mistake that you forgot to catch. If you send off your edit without checking those silly little mistakes, it might not seem like a big deal, but it'll be clear to your client that you didn't check it. It happens to me all the time where I miss something and I have to go back and re-export it. Also, if you're dealing with client notes and feedback, make sure to give that a double check too, because you might have missed something there as well. As an editor, you want to deliver the best video you possibly can, so always double check because it could save your butt. And that's it, folks. Some really simple techniques that will make you a better editor. Thank you so much for watching. I'd love to hear your best video editing tip. Let me know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, please give this video a like and subscribe to the You Want Pizzazz channel for more videos. I hope you have a fantastic day, folks, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!